another video. Today we are going to be discussing about graphs and charts. Contents. We are going to be learning about what a graph and chart is, the different types of graphs and the basics of how to draw and read a graph. We are also going to be going through uses of graphs and charts. Then, we will be doing some fun revision worksheets and games. What is a graph? A graph is a diagram that represents data in a neat and organized manner. A graph is often used to find the relationship between two or more things. Let's look at the given table. There are 4 different hair colors: red, blonde, brown and black. The table shows the number of students who have the respective hair color. For example, there are 5 students with red hair. There are 3 students with black hair. There are 8 students who have brown hair and 7 who have blonde hair. The table that we discussed previously has been used to construct the given graph. This graph is a column graph. If you remember, there are 5 students with red hair. Now look at the chart. Above the section labeled red, we can see a long bar that stretches all the way up to number 5 on the y-axis. It shows us that 5 students have red hair. How many students do you think have brown hair? Refer to the graph, not the table. Put your answer in the comment section. What is a chart? A chart is a diagram that represents the relationship between numbers or values. Using the same data table that we used before, I have constructed a pie chart. Try to understand the chart and tell me how many students have blonde hair as a percentage. Drop your answer in the comment section. Different types of graphs. There are many graphs that I am unable to cover within one video. Due to this, we will only be looking at 5 of the most common graphs. They are column graphs, bar graphs, line graphs, scatter graphs and pie charts. If you would like to see me cover any other types of graphs, send me an email to the email address given in the description or leave a comment. The following data table will be used to construct the graphs that we will be learning later into the video. Column graphs. Column graphs can be used to show change over time, as it is easy to compare the lengths of the columns or bars. Looking at the graph given, you might be confused as to whether this is a column or bar graph, but the appearances of these can be misleading. I will help you identify which is which without mixing them up. But before that, let's look at the column graph on the screen. As you can see, there is a legend given below the graph. It will help us read the graph better. Basketball is blue, football is yellow, athletics is green, swimming is orange, and badminton is red. How many females play basketball? Yes, 14! Well done! Shall we move on to the next graph? Bar graphs. Bar graphs can be used to compare between different groups or can be used to track changes over a period of time. As you can see, the bar graph has its x-axis vertically, but in the column graph, the x-axis is horizontal. The uses of these graphs are different as well. Let's look at the bar graph now. Once again, we have the legend. Looking at that, let's figure out how many males swim. Yes, 4 males swim. Line graphs. For this graph, we cannot use our data table. Instead, we will be using a different one. Line graphs. Line graphs show information that changes over time. We can plot these graphs using numerous points that are connected by a straight line. As you can see, there are 15 bears in 2017, 80 whales, and 150 dolphins. Okay, can you answer this? Has the dolphin population increased or decreased in the years after 2017? Yes, they have. Take a look at the graph and let me explain. The yellow line represents dolphins and it goes down to 0 in 2022, showing that they get extinct. If you follow the red arrow, you can see it going along the yellow line as the population drops. Scatter graphs. Scatter graphs are used to display two sets of data and see if there is a connection. How many males do athletics? 6! Exactly! Well done! Pie charts. Pie charts show data as pie slices according to the relevant sizes. To find the angle for the respective pie slice, we can use this formula. X equals the given part of the equation while y equals the total value of the data. X over y into 360 degrees. How to read and draw a graph. To draw a graph, we need data, and we can collect data by either carrying out a survey or by carrying out an experiment. In other words, observing things. Here, Camille has collected some data on favorite movies. She has carried out a survey among her classmates. You can conduct a survey among your friends and family as well. Look at Camille's results. 10 students like Avengers Endgame, 2 students like Dolittle, 5 students like Cinderella, and etc. We have collected our data. Now we need to choose the appropriate graph for our data. Make sure to check whether your data is compatible with the graph you're selecting. Camille chooses a column chart as she feels it is easy to read and compare her data. Now we have to draw a graph. We have learned how to draw a graph in previous grades, so I'm going to revise it lightly. Firstly, we have to draw a layout, like the one given. Next, we have to color the first square and another one above it, like in the pictures given. Do you see how the squares quickly turn into a long bar? Let's read a graph. We have done this in lower grades as well. We will quickly discuss it. The first step to reading a graph is to read the title. Then read the x and y axes. We have to be able to understand the axes and find the relationship between the two. Find the number of commuters who used buses in 1980. Leave a comment with your answer as so. Reading a graph, your answer. Occupations that require the knowledge of plotting graphs and charts. Some occupations that require the use of graphs are statisticians, atmospheric scientists, researchers, actuaries, biostatisticians, zoologists, wildlife biologists, veterinarians, medical scientists, family practitioners, nurse practitioners, and nurse midwives. Examples of graphs in real life: social graphs, knowledge graphs, recommendation engines, path optimization algorithms, scientific computations, local newspapers, magazine stands. Question 1. Let's do a little exercise. Use the given data to make a data table and then a graph. Jake wanted to find out how many hours his classmates played video games. He wanted to find out according to their genders. He found out that most of the males in his class played 5 hours a day, while most of the females in his class played 1 hour a day. Jake also asked for the amount of hours they spent studying. Most of the girls replied saying 2 hours a day. Most of the boys said half an hour a day. He then asked for time spent in the washroom when having a bath. Most guys said 15 minutes, while the females said 20 minutes. Here is the table. If your table is similar to this, then you are correct. If you are unsure, you can send me an email with a picture of your answers. Here is the graph. If your graph is similar to this, then you are correct. If you are unsure, you can send me an email with a picture of your answers. Worksheet 1. Let's do this worksheet. A link to the file will be in the description. You can use the given data table to do worksheet 1, or you can use your own data. Worksheet 2. Let's do another worksheet. The link to this will also be given in the description along with the answer script. If any clarification is needed, mail me or leave a comment. Game 1. To revise your knowledge, let's play a simple and fun game. The link will be in the description. Game 2. Ahoy me hearties! Let's play this fun pirate game. Link is in the description. Another couple minutes with the pirates. Let's go! Link is in the description. Questions. If you have any questions about this lesson, please feel free to send me an email or leave a comment. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Stay safe and keep on learning.